What's happening, Raider Nation? Get ready to have your minds completely blown because your Las Vegas Raiders just revealed 3 absolutely stunning developments that prove this franchise is building something truly special. We're talking about revelations so powerful, so encouraging, and so game-changing that they're going to silence every single doubter who's been sleeping on the silver and black. Right at this very moment, there's a quarterback whose accuracy and leadership are being praised in ways that will give you absolute chills. But that's just the beginning of this incredible story. Raider Nation, we've also got linebacker revelations that have coaching staff raving about the speed and intensity that's about to terrorize AFC West offenses. And if that wasn't enough to get your blood pumping, we've got insider intel about depth concerns that actually reveal the genius behind Pete Carroll's roster construction. This isn't just another training camp update, Raider Nation. This is the kind of news that validates everything this new regime has been building. We're talking about quarterback precision that's unlocking offensive potential, defensive speed that's exceeding all expectations, and coaching philosophy that's preparing this team for long-term success. The insights coming out of Raiders headquarters are painting a picture of a franchise that's finally got all the pieces falling into place. From quarterback accuracy that's making elite receivers look even better, to linebacker play that's making coaches rave about downhill speed, to depth strategies that show this organization is thinking championship level thoughts. So smash that like button if you're ready for some absolutely inspiring Raiders news that will restore your faith in this franchise. Drop a comment below with your thoughts on how these developments prove the doubters wrong, and make sure you're subscribed because this story is about to validate everything Raider Nation has been hoping for. We've got coaching praise that'll make you proud, defensive revelations that'll terrify opponents, and strategic insights that'll show you the championship blueprint. Are you ready to find out why Pete Carroll is comparing your quarterback to coaching legend Bill Walsh's philosophy? The accuracy and precision we're about to discuss will prove that the quarterback position is finally solved in Las Vegas. Let's dive into the first incredible revelation that has coaching staff absolutely amazed. Pete Carroll's stunning revelation about Geno Smith's championship-level precision. Here we go, Raider Nation. Prepare to get absolutely fired up because Pete Carroll just delivered the kind of quarterback praise that proves the silver and black finally have their franchise signal caller. Carroll didn't just compliment Geno Smith, he compared him to legendary coaching philosophy from Bill Walsh. And what he revealed about Smith's accuracy and precision will give you absolute chills. This isn't just another coach being nice about his quarterback. This is elite level analysis that proves the Raiders have solved their most critical position. Listen to Carroll's incredible breakdown of what makes Smith so special. I think Bill Walsh really cut it down to the very most important aspect of it is just when the guy throws the ball, do they catch it? And so what he meant by that wasn't that you throw it easier or soft to the guys. It means you put in the right place, you give them the advantage of their positioning with the defense, and you make the opportunity available. But that's just the beginning, Raider Nation. Carroll went even further, revealing how Smith's chemistry with Brock Bowers is creating something truly magical. I mean Geno Smith. What we see the combination of Geno and Brock Bowers. Brock is so adept at making throws look like they're exactly the right throw by the way he moves. Well, that's even a step further than what Coach Bill Walsh was talking about. This is the kind of quarterback tight end chemistry that wins championships, Raider Nation. Carroll is saying that Smith isn't just accurate, he's placing the ball in positions that give his receivers every possible advantage. We're talking about precision that makes elite players look even more elite. Carroll explained how Smith's arm talent directly translates to wins. Geno has all of that knack, and you see him throw down the field really well as well. And our top guys, Jacoby Myers and Brock, and they're taking advantage of that and making it look easy almost. The years of lackluster quarterback play are over, Raider Nation. Smith may not be perfect, but he's already the best quarterback the Raiders have had in years. His experience, poise, and accuracy are exactly what this franchise has been desperately missing. Carroll believes that Smith's addition alone should add multiple wins to the Raiders' total this season. Carroll broke down exactly why Smith is so effective. A guy can throw the ball really hard, he can throw really far and all that. kind of looks pretty doing it. But if the ball is in place where the guys can make their plays on it, then it won't be very effective. So Geno has all of that knack. And this is about more than just arm strength or velocity. This is about precision and intelligence. Smith understands how to put the ball exactly where his receivers can make plays, whether it's short immediate passes or stretching the field vertically. The combination of Smith's accuracy with weapons like Bowers and Myers is creating an offensive chemistry that looks absolutely unstoppable. But Raider Nation, get ready for defensive revelations that are making coaching staff absolutely rave about the speed and intensity coming from the linebacker core. The transformation at this position is so dramatic that it's got everyone talking about championship level defense. Linebacker revolution that has Pete Carroll raving about championship speed. Hold on to your seats, Raider Nation, because the linebacker transformation is so incredible that it's got Pete Carroll and the entire coaching staff absolutely raving about what they're seeing. The position that everyone thought would be the Raiders' weakness has turned into their potential strength. We're talking about veteran linebackers, Elandon Roberts, Devin White, and Jermaine Pratt, who are playing with such speed and intensity that coaching staff can't stop talking about their impact. Raiders insider Hondo Carpenter delivered some absolutely stunning insights about what Carroll is seeing from these linebackers. The Raiders linebackers were great, and what I was pretty excited about was talking to Pete. He was raving about how they are just playing downhill fast. I am not going to name names because I thought every one of them was good. There was some terrific linebacker play. I thought there was some excellent play. Lord, this is the kind of defensive transformation that terrifies opposing offenses, Raider Nation. Carroll isn't just satisfied with the linebacker play. He's raving about their speed and aggressiveness. When a championship level coach like Carroll gets excited about defensive speed, you know something special is happening. From the very beginning of the offseason, this linebacker position looked like a disaster. The Raiders had lost key players in free agency, and many people were writing off this unit before the season even started. But Carroll and defensive coordinator Patrick Graham had a brilliant plan that's now paying off in spectacular fashion. These veteran linebackers, as Roberts, White, and Pratt, have proven they can still play at an elite level in the NFL. They've been in the middle of every single play during training camp and preseason games, showing exactly the kind of intensity and speed that Carroll demands from his defense. Carpenter revealed just how impressed the coaching staff has been. This is a good sign for the Raiders. That was one position that many thought was going to be the weakest of the team. If they can take that momentum into the season and play fast, this Raiders defense is going to be better and harder to deal with each week. The phrase playing downhill fast is music to Raider Nation's ears. That's exactly the kind of aggressive attacking style that makes quarterbacks nervous and running backs think twice about hitting the holes. Graham has these linebackers flying to the football with the kind of speed that creates game-changing plays. What makes this even more impressive is that these linebackers have been consistently excellent since day one of their arrival. They didn't need time to adjust or learn the system. They came in ready to dominate and have been getting better every single day. The transformation from potential weakness to potential strength at linebacker is exactly the kind of roster construction that wins championships. Carroll and Graham identified veteran players who still had elite ability and plugged them into a system that maximizes their speed and aggression. But Raider Nation, get ready for the final revelation that shows the genius behind Pete Carroll's roster philosophy and why. He's not panicking about preseason depth concerns. The strategic thinking will prove that this organization is building for long-term championship success. Pete Carroll's genius strategy that proves championship-level thinking. Raider Nation, this final revelation is going to show you exactly why Pete Carroll is one of the most brilliant coaches in NFL history. While some people are panicking about preseason depth concerns, Carroll is displaying the kind of strategic thinking that separates championship coaches from everyone else. The insights about roster construction and player development are going to prove that this organization is thinking years ahead. Here's the situation that has some people worried. The Raiders' backup players didn't have a great showing in the second preseason game, creating concerns about depth across the roster. The drop-off between starters and backups was noticeable, especially on the offensive line where the second and third string units struggled. significantly. But Carroll's response to these concerns reveals the genius behind his roster philosophy. Raiders insider Hondo Carpenter shared some incredible insights from his conversation with Carroll. I asked Pete Carroll about it, and he made a clear point: he is not an excuse guy, but he does live in Realville. He talked about you're not going to be subbing one lineman for another. So yes, as a unit, they are not playing great, but they are also extremely young. This is brilliant strategic thinking, Raider Nation. Carroll understands that in the NFL, you don't typically substitute individual offensive linemen during games. You either have your starting unit or you're dealing with major injuries that require complete line reshuffling. He's building depth with young players who will develop over time rather than expensive veterans who provide short-term solutions. Carroll isn't making excuses. He's explaining reality. Building a championship roster means investing in young talent that can grow within your system rather than panic signing expensive free agents who might not fit your long-term vision. This is exactly the kind of patient, intelligent roster construction that creates sustained success. The fact that Carroll is not an excuse guy but lives in Realville shows the perfect balance of accountability and realism that championship coaches possess. He's not panicking about preseason struggles because he understands the difference between meaningful evaluation and small sample size concerns. Carpenter revealed more about Carroll's strategic approach. First of all, clear drop-off between the first offensive line and the second offensive line and the third string. I do not need to tell you that, but I asked Pete Carroll about it. I know Carroll's honesty about the depth concerns actually increases confidence in his leadership. He's not pretending problems don't exist. He's acknowledging them while explaining why he's not worried about the long-term implications. This is the kind of transparent leadership that builds trust throughout the organization. The emphasis on young depth players shows that Carroll is building for sustained championship contention rather than short-term fixes. These young offensive linemen might struggle in preseason action, but they're learning from elite coaches and developing within a system that values technique and intelligence over just raw talent. Carroll's approach proves that this organization is finally thinking like a championship franchise. Instead of panicking about every preseason struggle, they're evaluating talent with a long-term vision that creates dynasties rather than one-year wonders. The combination of elite starting talent like Geno and the speed demon, linebackers paired with patient development of young depth players shows a roster construction philosophy that's designed for sustained excellence. Raider Nation, there's three revelations: Smith's championship level accuracy, the linebacker speed that has coaches raving, and Carroll's genius depth strategy prove that this franchise is finally building something special. So smash that like button if you believe these revelations prove the Raiders are ready for championship contention. Drop a comment below with your thoughts on how Carroll's strategic thinking separates him from other coaches. And make sure you're subscribed because we'll be documenting every step of this incredible championship journey. This is what elite organizations look like. Raider Nation. Precision at quarterback, speed on defense, and genius-level strategic thinking from the coaching staff. The question isn't whether this team will improve, it's how far they'll go when everything comes together.